Hi, Pascal here from Advice First Financial. Along with probably every other advisor in the country, we're going to just have a little bit of a talk this week around the budget and what happened. And easy to see there's an election coming because it definitely was a giveaway budget, and the government had a lot of money to give away after receiving fourteen billion from the Apple tax debacle, and also cashing in shares with AIB and receiving 3.1 billion from those sale of shares. So there was a lot of money to give away, and they did do that. And as I say, it's driving obviously a bit of favorism towards their election next year. But we just wanted to highlight this week some of the points in it that of interest to most people. There's lots in it that's sort of at a highlight level, but for most of us, it's the minutiae and where does it hit in the pocket and what sort of difference it's going to make. So we'll just go through a few of them. Like the USC has been reduced for incomes up to 70K. The USC has been reduced by 1%. The standard threshold for your taxes at 20 or 40% has been increased. So you're allowed to earn 44 grand now a year at 20% tax as opposed to 42. Tax credits have been increased a little bit as well. So all of that means that you're going to get a little bit of extra dough in your wages over once these all kick in. Now, the downside to that is that they have to balance it somewhere, and the usual players got a touch, like the cigarettes are up by €1. The carbon tax on the diesel and petrol is also increased to sort of balance the book. So, in one way, we're getting a little bit of extra money, and another way, they're taking it off. But sure, that's the usual. That's usually what happens in these budgets. There is a bit of a balancing act. A couple of other good bits of news, though, is that the electricity credit, 250 quid is actually what the electricity credit they're going to give out over the next few months, and it's going to come in two payments, 125 this year, and then 125 in the beginning of next year as well. Student fees, which is great to see them coming down, so they're down as well. The VAT rate as well on gas and electricity, this 9% VAT rate has been extended into next year, which again, it's all very positive in regard to that. At least it's keeping the costs down a bit. Social welfare, most of them has been increased by €12 per week, which again is welcome for anybody that's unfortunately out of work or not able to get to work through illness or whatever. And this pension as well is €12 a week on that. The tax relief increase from the renters tax relief, renters relief has gone from 750 to €1,000 for a single person. Obviously double that for a couple. Again, great news for mortgage holders. This year we had a mortgage interest tax relief for monies rent that were the interest more in 2023 than you did in 2022. They allowed us to claim 20% of it back. They're extending that this year as well. So again, they're measuring it against what interest you paid in 2022. So if your interest on your mortgage was a lot more in 2024 than it was in 2022, you're going to get a bit of a tax rebate on that. Other good news is the Help to Buy scheme has been extended, which is brilliant. And the minimum wage is being increased to $13.50 an hour as well. So there's lots of positives in there, some not so positives, guys. So have a look at our blog this week. We've given a good bit of information around the budget and what we expected and what we got. There are slight differences, but as always, we're here to answer any questions. By all means, give us a shout. Bye for now.